On today's Toy Spot, continuing along with my reviews of the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited figures, today we're going to be looking at the initial first wave, and we're going to be looking at the Green Lantern John Stewart. And as I had mentioned with the other wave figures, this is the first wave figure. This was the one that included the original figure stand. I'll get into that in a second. I'll just put that aside. I just want to quickly go over the figure itself. The figure actually didn't... This particular figure wasn't actually released very much. It was released, I think, up to around the point of the Aquaman figure being released. And it shared, I think there was about 2 or so repaints of this mold. It seemed right around after the Aquaman figure was released, then they gave us the multi-articulated, the elbows and the knee articulated Green Lantern. You'll notice as well, this Green Lantern is the bald version. I couldn't actually find the clean-shaven Green Lantern in the multi-articulated mold. But just to kind of give you guys a comparison of the two, I mean, it's essentially the exact same figure. Unfortunately, though, as I mentioned with the Batman, just with the extra articulation in the elbows and the knees, but more so in the elbows, you see how wide. You see how wide this figure gets. It's almost silly how wide these things are if you compare it to the original. As well, they both share their same green power rings, as you can see there. But yes, I think that it was overkill when they put the articulation in the elbows. I really liked it in when it first started coming out. I thought, oh, this is awesome. Now we're going to get more articulation. The only downside, though, like I said, it just looks silly, especially the Batman. The Batman figure just looks silly. I mean, his forearms are just huge, and it just doesn't look like Batman. I mean, it looks like Batman in the head and everything, but. Now the Green Lantern, much like every other Green Justice League figure, has been released numerous times. It's been released just too much, if you ask me. I mean, Mattel, yeah, they've done some things right, but the one thing that they really dropped the ball on, I know it was a money thing, but they flooded the market with too many of these figures, and it was alright for somebody who hadn't collected, say, didn't get this initial pickup of John Stewart, and then they get the bald version, so you want to pick that up. But then after like the 6th or 7th release of this figure, it just kind of got overkill, and to the point that you just don't want to even collect them anymore. And then that's when they started releasing the 3-packs. And of course, to get the singular figure, the rare figure that you can't find anywhere, you got to get probably 2 of these. You get one of these, one Batman, one Superman, one Wonder Woman, and then your collection piles up with duplicates of these guys. The good thing, at least, with Green Lantern here, unlike the Superman and the Batman, some of the Supermans and Batmans haven't been too bad. If you pick them up and you don't mind, but if you pick up, say, an extra just to get extra accessories, the Green Lantern here actually was a good case, because every release of this Green Lantern has come with some sort of energy construct from his ring. If you were stupid like me and you picked up all the figures as they've come out, you would have amassed quite a collection of energy constructs. For example, there was and I'm not going to be able to remember the exact figures that these all came with. I know these were single-carded figures, but Green Lantern, for example, came with an energy field. I'll try to put it in quickly so I'm not wasting too much time with the review here. But you could give him an energy field if you wanted to. Kind of neat. It's interesting, right? As well. And some of these might have come with the bald Green Lantern. Like I said, I really don't remember too well. I just know that there was a lot of them. One Green Lantern, I believe the bald version, came with a lantern. So if you were looking for a lantern for one of your Green Lanterns, you could have picked up that figure and you would have the extra lantern. Other energy constructs that have been released, there was a fist. Like I said, I don't know how entertaining this is, but there was like a energy fist, and it could shoot like a projectile. There was a shield, and the shield opened up, and oh look, it had a scene. He's fighting Darkseid. But you know, there was the shield as well that you could have him hold. You know, which was again pretty neat. You know, it had the logo on the front, the emblem. There was the energy fist, the energy hand, which take into place here. He had an energy hand, which, you know, again, pretty neat. It's pretty neat that they released it. It's a shame, however, that you had to buy another one of these figures to get that. And a fist, another energy fist. And I believe this was a repaint from a Superman figure. Can't remember whether or not that is the case, but an energy fist. So I mean, certainly between all the Green Lanterns, at least you got something. Again, the only downside though is you probably will end up having about 6 or 7 of these figures in the long run. But I've sold some of these Green Justice League figures. I haven't kept a lot of them. I still have a handful of them though. But I will keep the initial Justice League that came with their stands. At least, if anything, it's nice to show, right? You can put it on display. Now this one came with motion card, as always. You can see John Stewart on the back. You got the Justice League logo with all the characters. And peg that into place. And you've got JU. And I mentioned this in the... I think it was in the Batman review. I didn't understand why they didn't put Superman with the JU instead of Green Lantern here. I mean, certainly you consider Superman the leader of the group. I don't know, I would have put him first, but needless to say, that was a toy spot on the initial wave. That was the initial wave of the Justice League figures, and hopefully it's been informative. Has it? I don't know, you're going to have to let me know. But that was a toy spot on the original wave, and that was John Stewart. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more Justice League reviews on the way, as well as other spots, and I'll see you guys then. Later.